way, better way. Hey, better way, better way. Better way, better way. Hey, what will you choose today? Hey. Welcome to our podcast, A Better Way Road. What choice will you make? What road will you take? I'm your very grateful host, Telda. I believe that there's a crisis of crime due in part to a crisis of choice. We've come together on A Better Way Road to help in navigating the journey of choice making in a judgment-free lane. We're sharing the stories of people who are finding a better way. Now, we're not experts. Any advice or opinions are solely the pathways of our guests. So buckle up, pack some snacks, and let's begin our trip up A Better Way Road. And talk it out together about a better way, better way. Better way, better way. Better way, better way. I'm so proud of you, 'cause you choose a better way. All right, welcome once again to A Better Way Road, and I am over the moon excited to introduce to you the exuberant, the intelligent, the highly skilled young lady sitting in front of me, and this is Bonnie. Bonnie, welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
You're welcome. And you can't see them, but she has brought her support with her beautiful, lovely family. So I want to thank them as well for being a part of today's podcast.
Yeah.
Well, Bonnie is with Align Mental Health, and we're, of course, going to talk more about that. It is probably one of the most unique programs I've heard of in probably any time ever. But I want to back up a quick second. We met probably a month ago at the Resource Fair.
Yes.
And that was located at Post 99, the Veterans, American Veterans, Post 99. There were food giveaways. There were health screenings. Free school supplies, free haircuts. There was career counseling, advice, and financial literacy. So this is how I met her. And there were so many people, including the folks behind us here, that volunteered time.
Yes.
And I cannot speak more highly of that than people who will give up a Saturday or any time and make themselves available, your time, money, and your resources. So I want to thank you for being there.
Yes.
There you go.
It was a beautiful event.
Yes, it was. Oh,
yeah.
You could tell that some of the children were kind of being drugged in. They're like,
yeah, but they had fun after a while.
Yes, they had
did.
fun. You
They
took the
did.
words out of my mouth. So, and when no one was looking, I did jump on that bounce house a little bit. So, just so you know. But anyway, it was an enjoyable one. But that's how I came to know you.
Mhm.
And I want to say that it is, you are the founder of Align Mental Health.
Yes.
And I want to talk about that. Beforehand, I want to explore, I always like to know what led you to the road that you're on now.
Mhm.
And I know that you said, sometimes, in everyone's childhood and everyone's growing up, there are questions that we wish we could ask, or we don't know maybe how to word them. We don't know who to go to, how to approach that. What are some things that led you to knowing, first of all, this is what you wanted to do, and maybe some spaces that good people nearby, but you just didn't know how to fill those spaces in your early days?
Yeah, so it started in 2021.
Okay.
A friend sent me a tweet of a foundation here called Be Nimble Foundation. It's a really big foundation here.
Okay.
They start businesses. They do a lot for the community. And they do pitches every single year. So they'll do these big pitches for people in idea stage. And, I just said I should apply. And I want to create an app that really connects to me and things I've been through in my life that could have helped me when I was younger. So I came up with an idea called Align. And at first, it was a program that I wanted in school and counseling for students, kids to learn about social emotional learning. That's what it started out as, SEL, social emotional learning. And I wanted to take that and put it into my program.
Okay.
The more I got feedback from not only the youth, but adults that were my age that said, I love this. Can you transform it in a way that we can all kind of take to it. And that's how it turned into the app it is today, which is called Align.
Wow.
I've changed it maybe 5 times over. I've added features. I've taken features out. I've done interviews, and I just want it to be perfect. But it is a really complex app, and it has a lot of features, and I think everyone can connect to at least one piece of the app.
Absolutely. Oh, now just back up just a slight bit. Some of those questions that you had, the growing up part.
Yeah.
What are some challenges that you were faced with that you again knew that would sync up with what your vision, what became your vision?
Yeah. So I suffered a lot from depression.
Okay.
And anxiety. Those are my 2 biggest. I still do to this day. I didn't even get diagnosed until I want to say 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I always knew that I suffered from it. And just being a kid, being 16, 17, embarrassed to talk about it, not knowing how to sift through your emotions and really get good, get well educated about what you're going through. I struggled a lot. I made a lot of mistakes. And I just felt like, at this age, if I had known more, about what I was going through, if I could recognize the signs or the symptoms, or somebody could explain it to me the way I understood it, and then I could have gotten help from there.
Sure.
I could have, saved myself from a lot of things. So this app, it was like a calling for me, and I love, love, love helping people and talking to people about what they're going through, just to see it from all different types of perspectives. And I think that everyone needs a community. You need someone to understand you and what you're going through. When you can't afford therapy and you can't afford certain things, you still need people to talk to or something to read, people your age. So I created Align.
Wow.
And I've gotten amazing feedback from those that were my age when I was struggling through things. So yes,
see,
that's where it came from.
That's the part. First of all, upon meeting you, seconds after meeting, you emanate an energy and a passion and a caring that you just don't run upon. That's just within you. That's spilling out. And one of the things that I love that you emphasize is just being able to bring the resources to the folks, because we don't know. Years ago, we didn't, as a society, we just didn't talk about things.
It's not talked about.
It's not.
It's just now getting to the point where it's people are open, you know, about talking about it.
Sure. And you speak a lot on just recognizing it. What does it look like when your friend is going through something or when someone's experiencing something?
Right. Well, it's people, they deal with it differently. You might see someone that laughs and jokes a lot.
Right.
And you think they're always just good. They're on top of it. And they're not. They're in their worst state of mind.
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah. You kind of just have to pay attention, pay close attention. And I think you also have to have been through it to kind of recognize those signs as well. People that sit in dark rooms all the time, or they don't really talk to people, or, substance abuse is big one. It's just, it's different with different ages.
Sure.
Kids deal with depression differently. Teens deal with it differently. Adults deal with it differently.
Wow.
And even if a person doesn't cry, they cry in different ways. They cry in different ways. So it's, you got to know people, you got to know the signs. And a big sign for me is, I'm sleepy, all the time. I want to sleep. I'm always in the dark. I can see my own symptoms,
Absolutely.
But I do feel like everyone experiences it different.
Exactly. But the difference with you and what you're doing is that you bring that to the forefront.
Yes.
So people can just be, have a different level
of
awareness.
Give a visual.
Yes.
I want to give a visual. I really want to give a visual, because saying it in words, Google symptoms, it's so up and down. You never know what you're reading or what they're talking about. Or someone needs to put it in a visual so we can see it and recognize the signs and check on our friends.
Exactly.
Are you okay?
Oh.
Are you okay? You're a little off. You okay? So
just a simple question like that. And I cannot tell you how proud I am of you for, again, you're experiencing any level of anxiety or nervous or whatever, you're here.
Yeah.
You are here.
Yeah.
You are putting yourself in the background and others in front, so that they can have the opportunity to know what that may look and feel like.
Yeah.
But yet you're helping others.
Yeah.
that.
And I'm helping myself as well.
Exactly.
You know? I'm helping myself as well.
I commonly refer to I do wedding tears, like you're crying at a wedding, but it's a happy event, I know, but I'm crying. I'm holding back those tears now of joy, for you. Yeah. Well, I know I'm going to zero in. You said particularly after COVID, everyone went through something, but the places that became second homes for many people were closed off. So there was not an opportunity for outlets for our youth, and also parents became very stressed. There was no escape for them. So what you began to do is during that time is you've developed what I consider a very unique an app where you even incorporate music as part of your healing process. Please tell me more about that.
So, my main focus was the youth.
Okay.
When it came to creating this.
Yes.
Because I do feel like if we can change the youth, we can, look for a better future.
Change the world, yes.
But my main focus is the youth. So I wanted to kind of hone in on what are we into today? What was I into then when I was younger? What am I still into now? And some of the best features on the app, the best feature on the app to me is the music. That's the music. Everyone connects to music, one way or another. No matter what genre it is, everyone connects to music and they feel through music. And I love music. With every mood I'm in, I can listen to music. It does not matter.
Wow.
So, and a lot of people are influenced by music. So, the music feature is the best feature on there. Another really good feature that I really think the youth would appreciate is the search engine. That is, it's solely based on mental health issues, mental health disorders. Events you can go to, books, therapists, platforms you can be on. I don't want to just market mine. I want to market others. I want to, tell you about BetterHelp where you can get therapy, or the Calm app where you can meditate. You can learn how to meditate. Everyone takes to things differently. So I want it to be a search engine. I want my app to be a hub for anyone that they just have questions. And instead of going through other platforms and being confused, they can get right to the source of what they're going through and get information on that.
Wow.
Some people just want to read a book.
Yeah.
Some people want to go to a panel and they want to hear people talk about it. Some people want to throw events. Some people want to go to therapy. So when I said I want Align to be a hub for everything and everyone, not just the users, but for companies and organizations to get on the platform and help other people as well. Give their resources. So that's my goal.
It's a hub and a hug.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
It's huge. I love that collaboration.
I want to, to connect with others and then to be able to get the information, also stimulate yourself by listening to music that's geared towards PTSD, depression, all while doing it. Yeah. It's a one-stop shop to me.
Well, I love how you said that. I mean, there's a feature that customizes what kind of music do you like?
Yes.
When do you listen to the music? What do you, so it listens intuitively or inputs information that will customize that musical experience for you.
So when you log on and you create a log in a page.
Yes.
It'll take you through a survey.
Okay.
And it'll ask you the genre of music you listen to. And the biggest thing it'll ask you is what you identify with.
Oh.
It'll have little bubbles that'll come up and it'll have all of these mental health disorders. I also have a button where you can click information because when you log in, you might not know, so it'll give you a visual. It'll tell you the symptoms. And if you connect, you can just push that button and it'll generate a playlist of music within the genre you listen to of artists that are talking about the disorder you are going through.
Wow.
So, if you listen to hip hop, it'll pop up those songs. It'll create a playlist for you to listen to of those same artists you listen to on a day-to-day basis. They may have songs that are talking about depression. They'll put that in your playlist.
They'll put that in there. So you have really, like I said, you have your own, selected.
Yeah.
And certain times of the day or certain moods.
Right, certain moods. You might be in a happy mood. You want to get on the app and listen to your more happy songs or accomplished or I got over this or I got through this type of vibe or I'm going through it type of vibe. You'll have different type of playlists.
Exactly.
So, it's really cool.
So you get the celebration end of it as well.
Yeah.
How in the world, I mean, for me to push record on the technology here and then in a minute I'll push stop and then I'll save, that's huge for me. How did you know to use that application in that way? What was your learning process or your process to come to know that method, those techniques?
To be honest, I have a team. I have a really, really good team, and I have a brother. He's in his teens. I have a niece. I have the youth around me. So what I did was I showed them my platform, and I'm like, you guys test it out. Yeah. See what you think. See what I want to go to them and see what they like. A lot of people, they create things for the youth, and they don't connect that way.
See.
They might not take to that. So I wanted to create something that they'll use.
Wow.
Not just when they need it. I want them to use it during the day. Even if they're in a good mood, use it. You want to read an article, use it. So my team helped me out, and we came up with some really good ideas. And that was one of my favorite ideas.
Wow. You went directly to the source.
Yeah.
And see, once again, we think we're telling them what they need to know, but by you going,
they're telling me.
Yes,
they're telling me,
and
I'm delivering.
Yes,
yes,
yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. And you created a safe zone for them to do that, for them to be able to have those kind of conversations with you. So so that and I know that you're tweaking and making it better and changing, and it probably will evolve for some time. But I believe you said October is your expected launch date.
Right,
okay.
right. So it's always going to evolve.
Okay,
of course, any
app,
if you're in tech and you have an app, you're always going to be changing it, fixing it, upgrading it. But my anticipated launch date will be in October.
Wow.
Yes.
So I've got my iPhone in front of me, and I have a teenager who can show me how to work it.
Yes.
So what's my next step? What's the process to your app?
So as a parent?
Yes.
Well, I
like how you did that.
I do.
Wow.
I encourage parents to use the app as well.
That's wonderful.
I do. I encourage them to use it because parents don't always have the time to notice those signs. They don't always have the time, or the patience to kind of just like understand their children all the time.
Exactly.
And it creates a lot of friction. So I do want to create a safe space for the parents to create logins and read those things for them to know, okay, this sounds like my kid and this is what they're going through. And now I know, and now I want to help them get over what they're going through. So I want it to be education for them as well.
That is so cool, because a lot of times parents sincerely want to help.
They do.
But we think we know, but a lot of times we don't.
Yeah.
Or our information is very dated and outdated and antiquated.
Yeah.
So, and then there comes a juncture where the young person just really, they kind of close you out.
Yeah.
And then you feel helpless, and what do I do?
Yeah.
And
especially as a teen.
Yes.
Especially as a teen.
Yes.
Like, they always feel like their parents don't understand.
Right.
I don't want to talk to my parents because they don't understand, or they're just whispering me off.
Yes.
They're not taking the time to really understand.
Exactly.
So, it's hard for parents to understand when they have everything they have going on, and they have responsibilities, and they just can't stop and just,
Sure.
So it gets really hard for all parties involved, but I just want to give them a resource to be able to try.
Wow.
Try to understand. Just try.
That is the thing right there, because, and as parents also, we feel like we know it, so we're going to tell you just need to blah, blah, blah.
Right,
and all you need to do is da, da, da. When I was your age, we just did, So we don't have the answers. And I had Judge Darden was on not long ago, and he said, we don't spend enough time praising our children.
Yeah.
You did really well. That was a hard decision to navigate. That was a tough thing to go through, but you did really well. So we try, but we fall really short of the mark a lot of times.
Yes.
So with your app, I love the fact that the young person can log on and they can have their experience. Parents can, do the same. And hopefully that will create conversation.
Yes.
It will create conversation for them.
Conversation, and needs to be a lot of conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you either the parent or the young person, they log on, set up an account, passwords, those kind of things.
Just like a regular user.
Okay. And then are there several packages, like if you want to do the music end of things, what are some specifics that they can kind of go into once they're in the app?
So, you have a lot of different options. So you're going to have your regular timeline.
Okay.
Just like social media, you're going to be able to have your regular profile. My goal for this app was, just to make it different and just to make it a safe place. So I'm not too big on likes and views. So we're still sorting through that and how we want to take the pressure off the youth to hold a profile. But you're going to have your timeline. You're going to have your informational library. That's what I'm calling it. An informational library.
That.
And then you're going to have your music feature.
Okay.
And then you're going to have a couple other features. I don't want to tell everything.
Surprises.
Yeah, I don't want to tell everything, but those are my favorite. My personal favorite on the app is the music, the timeline, and there's a couple other surprises I have in there for them.
I love that. And I also like what we spoke earlier. I love that friends can connect because now I know as a friend to look out for that you look happy on the outside.
Right.
There may be some things going on.
And not only that, like I want to invite the people that are also not ready.
Okay.
To be
there you go.
Open. So you do have an option to remain anonymous.
Okay.
I encourage everyone to do what they're comfortable to do.
Right.
So you have options if you want to be open and have a public profile, and you can do that. Or if you want to remain anonymous and not really have a profile and just sift through the information.
Sure.
And listen to the music. You can do that too in your own privacy. So,
wow.
So I invite everyone.
That is so cool. Yeah. That is just the cool. As you were telling me about it, I was envisioning just, it's a tool, it's a resource, but it is so cool and fun.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be, super serious.
Yeah.
And as you spoke about the youth, I mean, even, first and second graders, you are hearing distress.
Yes.
Hearing stress and distress, even that young. So we can't push that aside like, oh, they'll grow out of it or there's something they'll, So I love that you're taking it so seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Well, I never, two things before we part. I never want my words to be the last. So I want you to have any parting words. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for October, are there some other ways to contact you? Or
yes.
Please tell me that.
So I do have a website, alignmentalhealth.org.
Okay.
I also have my Instagram account, which is Align Mental Health Inc.
Thank you.
And then my email is info@alignmentalhealth.org.
Absolutely.
So you got the email, you got the Instagram, you got the website, and it constantly evolving. And I'll be posting all of the everything about the launch date. I will be having a launch party. And I would love to invite you to be there as well.
Yes, please, and thank you.
So I'll be doing a viewing, just taking everyone through the app and showing them all the features when it's complete on the launch date. So we're going to do that. But just, connect with me on social media, email, website, send me contact information, emails to keep updated about the launch date and new updates to the app. And it'll be launking soon. So that's how you can reach me.
That is one. And be aware that there are similarly named
yes.
Yeah, but there's a .com or something. So absolutely
alignmentalhealth.org.
Yes. .org. Get the .org on there because there are others that are not doing what you're doing.
Yes.
So. And certainly, like I said, that's very unique. So in parting, again, just the awareness, the ability to talk about it, to talk it over. For folks to know they have a safe place, or there's no judgment, and we start off with no judgment, so that you can express those things that are on your mind. But more importantly, you have a platform in which they can go to where someone can actually help. Yeah, because you can talk, you can pour your heart out, and someone, oh wow, yeah,
they don't understand.
Don't
you don't get the response you're looking for, so it makes you feel worse.
Exactly, exactly. And then if they go through, why this, why that?
Right,
so,
right, yeah.
And I'm certainly not a professional, but I'm so happy to know that someone like you exists in the world.
Yeah.
And that you have made that your mission, your passion. You absolutely exude it. It is coming out of the pores, your very pores, on this 106 degree, day.
Yes.
So
I do want to say that I'm thankful that we've made it here as a society.
Yes.
To be able to talk about it. More of the youth, more young people, my age, younger, and even higher, are able to say, I am depressed. Mm-hmm. I'm having anxiety. I'm having an anxiety attack. And that's the first step.
Yes.
is knowing that something is going on, and the next step is trying to do something about it.
Yes.
You know, and I think we need to make people feel more comfortable to talk about it and say, I think this is what I'm going through. You know, do you have any resources for me? Can I do anything to kind of get help? And I'm thankful that we're here. So I think it's coming out. The app is launching at a perfect time.
Absolutely.
You know, at a perfect time.
Oh,
so, yeah.
I'm so thankful for you.
Yeah,
I truly am. It's just like, you know, when the resource fair was very, very good for a lot of reasons, but it just connected. There were just a plethora of people that were there that, you know, the common bond was, how can I help? What can I do? You know, to make a difference, as opposed to someone in the corner kind of complaining about it. So, well, I tell you, I always end with, you know, in the meantime, I urge you to merge onto a Better Way Road. But I'm certainly happy that we had our ride together.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
And you have your lovely family that has joined you today. So, okay. Well, until next time, and we'll absolutely, by no means, please do not think this is going to be your last visit. Once your app has launched and you've got that underway, yes, I cordially invite you back to keep us up to date on what's going on with it.
Of course.
So, well, thank you. You all enjoy your day. Stay cool by all means. And we'll see you next time on A Better Way Road.
All right.